Look, the impact Bede's had on Theo was immediate and from the very first moment. I remember the impact from the open day, and I remember sitting next to Theo as I think it was in the hall, and there was a speech being made. It was by a series of people, one of the students. I remember looking over, and Theo was literally on the edge of his seat and leaning forward, and his body language was something I'd never seen before. And I said, oh, my word, that looks like a kid who wants to join this school. We sensed something very special, a very special connection from that moment onwards. And it has continued to have this massive impact on him. You went from a very lonely, insulated, buttoned up kid. At the end of the first term, he had a bunch of mates. He was growing. You could see it physically, you could see it in his posture and his attitude. And we could see it as parents, and we could see this extraordinary transformation. And then the opportunity, what really touched us was Theo was never going to be a mathematician. He was never going to be a physicist or anything like that. But they knew what they had to do to get Theo through those challenges. And they were, let's not pull punches here, they were genuine challenges for Theo. But particularly the curriculum at Bede's and the co-curricular activities. Suddenly Theo was sailing on a Monday afternoon and rock climbing on a Tuesday. I think his first term at the zoo, he was down at the zoo and animal management, and fabulous photo of him with a snake wrapped around his arm, which he absolutely loved, incredible. Now he's, what is he, this term he's wakeboarding and music tech. And I'll pick up on the music, because that again is probably one of the greatest sort of reflections of the transformation or the impact Bede's has had on Theo. He didn't have a musical bone in his body. He couldn't carry a tune in a washing basket, I think is the phrase. This year so far, and we're coming to the end of his penultimate year, so he's played bass guitar in the Days House Band twice. He's taking singing lessons, and I think he now owns 3 guitars. And so suddenly someone's tapped into this musical theme within Theo that I don't even think Theo knew was there. But he feels safe here. He feels safe to take risks. He feels safe to step outside his comfort zone. He feels safe to try and fail. But he's not doing much failing, and he's doing a lot of extending himself and proving to himself where his boundaries are, and they keep going out because he keeps growing into this newfound confidence, this newfound belief, this newfound love of learning. When Sally and I sit back and say, look at what this organisation has done for our son, look at the transformation in our organisation, when the opportunity to contribute to the development board, take a position on the development board also came up, we didn't hesitate. We have a very simple view. Twofold. One, we'd like to give back to the organisation that has given us as a family so much. And number 2, if there is the slightest possibility that we can help someone else's journey look or feel vaguely like Theo's, it's our duty to try and do that. So that's why we're so passionate about Bedes. That's why we're so passionate about the foundation, and it's the opportunity to give other students, other children out there in the area, this opportunity, the same opportunity that our son got, is something that we want to contribute to. I'd love a lot of others to do so as well.